Back in my day, emotional trauma wasn't called content. It was just a casual Wednesday night with your family and a talking dog movie that ruined your life. And somehow, I kept watching it, like willingly, on purpose, repeatedly. I asked for the pain. I demanded the pain. I stood in line at Blockbuster for the pain. This is the original emotional damage core memory. Before Pixar, before TikTok, before that dog and Marley and Me, there was Shadow, and a whole generation of us haven't recovered. Exhibit A, Sassy, the blueprint.
I just can't. I have those 4 pesky ounces still hanging on from Christmas. Oh, well, if you insist.
Oh, Sassy, our side-eye queen, our icon, our attempted drowning survivor.
I just had this coat cleaned. Oh, help, help.
First of all, they straight up yeeted her over a waterfall. Yeet. No ceremony, no build-up, just, "Ooh, goodbye, hope you know how to swim, cat."
You're alive?
She's the only girl in the trio, clawing her way out of drowning, surviving everything, and still being the most glamorous one the entire journey.
All right. Easy on the fur coat.
Sassy's arc is basically she starts as pampered and self-centered, faces real danger, learns to value loyalty and courage, and ends up a true hero while still being a sarcastic queen.
I want to be home where the tallest thing I have to climb is a bookshelf.
She is constantly being dismissed and gaslit, underestimated.
Hey, shake that tail, baby.
I don't believe it. Cat calls.
Nice whiskers, baby.
She still holds it together, so can you. She's the classic, I pretend not to care, but I actually care a lot character. She's allergic to dirt, effort, and stupidity.
Oh, my beautiful tail. Okay. You're supposed to warm it up. It's cold. Well, don't expect a big tip from me.
Honestly, she's the blueprint. Sassy walked. She fucking strutted that runway, mama. So every no-nonsense, chronically exhausted woman in media could run. Tina Belcher, Megan Parker, Maddie Perez, all daughters of Sassy. If you didn't aspire to be Sassy, or at least relate to her deep, exhausted sighs, you weren't paying attention. Justice for Sassy.
How do you figure? It took us ages to get this far.
I really kind of hope this looks cool. Exhibit B, Chance, the comedy cover-up.
I swallowed a button.
The film has the absolute audacity, no, the unmitigated gall to give the comic relief character a full tragic backstory. He's an American bulldog that talks and tells jokes. He's the funny one, the silly little guy.
Bat dog.
And then out of nowhere, he's like, yeah, I used to live in a cage where nobody loved me.
We're locked in. I hate being locked in. This is just like it was back at the pound. You don't get it, do you? The pound is where humans lock you up when they don't want you anymore. But you two pampered pets haven't been out in the streets like I have. I've been to the pound, remember? Don't tell me there's no pound. I know about the pound.
Excuse me? Hello, sir? This was my afternoon cartoon hour, not my intro to complex PTSD seminar.
I was just curious.
Disney said, look, happy talking animals. Anyway, here's what it's like to be neglected and abandoned as a young child.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. We're supposed to laugh at Chance's hijinks and simultaneously process the fact that he was emotionally shattered by systemic neglect.
They took us to the pound. I told you. This is it. This is the end of the line. We gotta get out of here. Dogs and cats come in here and they disappear and you never see them again. Oh no! Don't let them take me in the back room. No! Shadow, please help me! Shadow!
Honestly, it's impressive how seamlessly they slid that in there. One minute you're giggling because he thinks a porcupine is a squirrel having a bad hair day.
Whoa! Hey, check it out. Intruder at 4 o'clock. I think it's a squirrel having a really bad hair day. Hey, you, pal. You know the routine. Assume the position. I sniff you, you sniff me. Hey, what about that hair? What, do you stick your tongue in a toaster? He bit me with his butt!
The next, you're wondering, maybe you too will never truly be loved for who you are.
I hate this mushy stuff. I got a cake to catch.
Chance wasn't just comic relief. He was a mirror held up to our deepest fears of abandonment and rejection and the fragility of love.
Oh no, not this.
And all I wanted was to just watch some funny dogs.
Something doesn't smell right.
Spoiler warning if you haven't seen this movie.
Come on.
Honestly, at this point in the year of our Lord 2025, if you don't know how this movie ends, I'm not sorry. That's on you. I present the Star Witness, Exhibit C, Shadow, Psychological Warfare.
Wait.
Now, before we unpack the damage, let's relive it, because Homeward Bound wasn't just a movie. It was a full-blown psychological experience.
Oh, okay, I'll talk. I left the gift on the carpet. I let Sassy take the heat for the time I unrolled the toilet paper all over the house. I stole underwear on 3 occasions. Okay, four.
Now, in the 90s, studios didn't just let you watch cute, happy animals. They made you fear for their very lives, constantly. You couldn't get through a kids movie without something dying or falling or getting very slightly implied to be dead before a last-minute save. These movies said, "Oh, you like animals? Great! Let's test your attachment style real quick. Good luck out there, girly."
I told the witch doctor I was in love with you.
Boy, Shadow, the way you nailed that vet, you're a regular action figure.
Oh, it was nothing next to you tripping that big guy. Splat!
Not to mention.
Yeah, Sassy the super cat.
And then the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said that ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang.
Picture it. It's the year 2000. You're 5. You've got a Lunchable, a heart full of trust, no idea what's coming. You think, I'm about to vibe with a golden retriever for 90 minutes. Hell yeah!
Come on!
Wrong. Instead, Shadow falls into a hole, sprains his old man dog ankle.
Do you think it's easy for me to admit I can't do it? I'm too old.
That's not true.
I have nothing more to give, Chance, and it's time for you to be on your own. You've learned everything you need. Now all you have to learn is how to say goodbye.
Literally tells Chance and Sassy to leave him behind. Leave him behind! In a children's movie!
Sorry, I can't make it.
Disney didn't just hurt us. They studied and perfected how to hurt us. That wasn't a climax. It was emotional waterboarding for minors. They gave us this old dog, made him noble and loyal and voiced by Don freaking Manchi, and then said, what if he just slowly and quietly gives up on life while sad piano music plays? Now there's an idea. And when Peter runs up the hill, calling for Shadow and he's not there.
It was old. It was too far. It was just too old.
That wasn't just sad. That was an existential crisis. That was my 13th reason. And just when you're gasping for breath, wondering if the world is just a cold, meaningless void, bam, bam, bam! Swelling orchestral music, slow-mo golden retriever limping over the hill.
Peter.
Shadow!
Oh, Peter. I worried about you. Peter. Oh, I'm so happy.
The emotional equivalent of dangling shiny keys in front of a traumatized toddler. Everything's fine! The dog lived! America's safe again! But our trust, our innocence, gone. Watching Shadow struggle in that ditch didn't just give me abandonment issues. It gave my future children abandonment issues.
Hey, cut it out.
It's generational trauma with pause. Where are they now? After the journey ended, the stars of Homeward Bound went their separate ways. Let's take a look at where they are today. Shadow briefly entered politics, but stepped down after realizing he was too emotionally mature for the position. He now does breathwork classes for emotionally unavailable dads. Chance's team declined to comment on his past. However, his unauthorized biopic, Sniffing Out My Truth, is due in theaters worldwide next spring, rated PG-13, for strong emotional content and casual butt sniffing. Sassy, thriving, rich, unbothered. She's got a skincare line. Her book, Unleashed, Surviving the Pathetic Male, topped the New York Times list. Now she hosts a true crime podcast, Paws and Claws, Murder She Purred. Honestly, we all wish we were her. Which leads us to our conclusion.
Oh, isn't that the most beautiful sight you ever saw?
So yeah, watching Homeward Bound wasn't just a childhood experience. It was a canon event. It happened to all of us. And somehow it still hurts. Maybe we didn't realize it then, but Disney wasn't just giving us wholesome animal tales. They were giving us early life exposure therapy.
One step at a time. One step at a time, Shadow. Shadow. Shadow.
All right. But take care of yourself now.
So the next time someone says, remind them that we survived this. And then make them watch it. All of it. Without warning. Without pausing. The way it was intended.